What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Gambling Lab presented by Bogey Proof. Um, Interesting week this week, to say the least. We'll get into it, but we got Paul and TJ and myself on tonight to talk a little AT&T Pro-Am out at Pebble Beach / Monterey Peninsula / Spyglass Hill. Just another one of those early season tournaments where the Pro-Ams just kind of dominate and you play 3 different courses and it's a Saturday cut and everything gets a little weird out there, but without further ado, there's golf being played on the PGA Tour, so we got to talk about it and figure out where we're putting our money this weekend. Gentlemen, how we doing?
We're doing great. We're doing great. I am prepared for the weather. Sorry I missed it last week. We are locked and loaded, ready to bring that back to you this week. So let me take it away. Thursday through Sunday, it ain't looking like it's going to be a scorcher out there. It's actually going to start. It's high is going to be 58 degrees on Thursday. Light breeze. We're on the water, right? Expect wind coming in from the west. So yeah, 8 miles per hour, fluctuating variable throughout all 3-4 days of playing golf, depending if you make it through the gauntlet with all 3 courses. But yeah, we'll see. 65 degrees is the top. So you're
Nice,
wearing
really pretty
hats.
gentle though with the wind.
Yeah.
I love seeing a nice brisk get the PGA Tour live going in the early round on Thursday Fridays, and you get to see like Jordan Spieth, Patrick Hanley, and just like ridiculous like outfits trying to fit all their sponsorships on every hat that they're wearing and like the winter gloves and all this shit. Like
Oh,
they plan to wear like proper golf attire, and when the conditions come out, that's when you see some wild outfits going
Yeah.
out there. Like Kierdak Affy Barnett, shout out to our guy, shout out Joey. He's in the field this week. Like
Happy.
I'm very curious to see what that guy looks like if he's in like cold weather gear. Like that's the guy dresses to impress with a lot of whites and neons and shit. Like I don't know if that plays well if it's a sweatshirt.
and I love some of the cuts that they go to during you know, all their coverage is basically Pebble Beach. All their cameras are set up, like everything's set up at Pebble Beach. Then they have a few holes at like Monterey and Spyglass. They'll randomly cut over there, and the cameras are just like hard set in these awkward positions, and you can't even see some of the shots because of the
It's like the
fog.
Yeah.
guys in the tree
Like,
filming that.
yeah, up at the tower, like half of the shot is just all just fog coming
Yeah.
in from whatever bay or I forget what they call the
Yeah.
sound over there.
Yeah.
You can't even see anything, and it's like, oh wow, what a shot! It's like I couldn't see shit. It was
I have
just
no
all
idea what
fog.
just happened. They just and then they zoom
Yeah,
in on the ball like 8 feet from the hole. You're like,
Yeah.
oh, all right. I don't know
yeah,
what really happened there, but
okay,
It
yeah,
shouldn't rain
sweet.
either,
yeah.
according to the weather report. So you're not going to see like it wasn't one year Phil was playing and like just slop,
Yeah.
and I think it was the year maybe he won, or I don't know. He had some
Yeah, he
sick
ended up
shot
winning.
there.
They got like weather delayed on Sunday, and they ended up having to do like a Monday morning finish, and they had to like go back out and play the 18th hole like Monday morning, and he had like a 2-shot lead or something, and then had to go out there and like hit that tee shot with the water all like the ocean on your left side, like fresh out of the gates, like opening tee shot. So he's a little pissed about that, but he ended up getting it done, so he's fine. Without further ado, though, let's talk real quickly on the field this week. Not going to sugarcoat it. The field sucks.
Sucks.
Sucks. Very glad that, this is the bonus of doing, Daily Fantasy Cup. TJ, like this is why we chose a 15-week schedule. Weeks like this.
Absolutely.
We
This
don't need people grinding out there, spending their hard-earned money trying to pick between fucking Peter Jacobson, that's normally an announcer, and Kierdeck Affy Barnrad for their, filling out their DraftKings lineups. It's just it's not a lot of fun, nothing too special out there, and especially when you got like 2 of the top 3 guys in the field between Willie Z and Daniel Berger having the WD with the COVID. So it's like, we're on to Cincinnati really mentally, but golf's being played. We got to watch it on the weekend. There's no football this weekend, so I'll be tuned in. And if I'm tuned in, I'm gonna have a little money on it. So outside of that, what are you guys thinking this week? Anybody grab your attention that's not named Patrick Cantlay or Jordan Spieth? Is there anybody else out there that you care about, or should we get right into like bank account plays of the week and like focus on the controllables here, because we could talk
Yeah.
forever about no names, but
Real quick though, to your point of like this is just a really tough week. Anytime you're on DK and you're looking at a guy who's 9,100 and Kevin Streelman, you just you just click next. I mean, I'm gonna throw a lineup in or a couple lineups in this week just because it's just I love these weeks. You can pick a guy at the bottom in like the $7,000 range, and
Money in the
they
crumbs.
might come in the top 10. You just don't know.
Money in the crumbs.
But yeah, other than that, no, I'm more or less ready to go to the bank account plays. I think there's some glaring guys that are out there. So
Yeah,
let's do it.
I think before we do the formal bank account plays, there are a couple guys that do want to shout out, given the weaker field. A couple names that maybe have a chance to maybe go get a win or get a super high finish, kind of surprise you. Like maybe this one isn't too much surprise, but Matt McNeely, like I was picking him this week, no matter the field. He just tears up California, runner up last year to Berger, like played really well last week. Like that's a guy that I'm circling this week. The odds are tough on him now because everybody's dropped out and the field's so weak. Like you're not getting the kind of bang for your buck you normally would get, but it's another guy it's worth keeping an eye on. And another guy that I haven't decided if I'm throwing him in on my bank account play of the week or not yet, but Sahith Theegala. That guy played at Pepperdine. I forget the school name that's out here in California, but played out here in college, like set so many records in college, like won individual NCAAs a couple years, like hits it super far, like bombs. Like I think this is a place where he's probably more comfortable than he has been yet on PGA Tour status, and I'm looking for him to kind of maybe a little showing out party this week for him, and maybe sneak up that leaderboard in the top 20 or something like that as he kind of kicks off his first year on the PGA Tour. But a couple names there that I'm keeping an eye on, but when I'm reaching down to Sahith Theegala and thinking about a bank account play, that's the kind of field we're working with this week.
I do have Theegala in a lineup, so or my go for lineup this week. He is in it, so I appreciate that.
Sahith is like 100-1 to win, right? So
Yeah.
I mean, just put your lunch money on that. Just skip lunch on Tuesday, throw it on that, and see what happens. Like,
yeah, I mean, that, and like I think like TJ was getting at, like that's sometimes the beauty of these weeks, like I don't know. Normally I'm not taking that flyer, but right now I'm finding it in the odds and I'm sprinkling a little sprinkle play. I like JJ Spawn.
I love it. JJ Spawn's another one too, right? Because like he's in DFS, he's 7,000. I mean, the guy in the last few weeks here, and I always look at what he's done in the last 2-3 events, and he's top 25, top 34 at Farmers Insurance. So keep rolling on guys that are doing well. That's what golf is, right? Streaky sport. You're doing really well. You stay hot, but then sometimes you fall off. So if you're doing well, pick the guys that are doing well. I see those two guys doing some good things recently.
Absolutely. Alrighty, I think it's time. Bank account plays of the week, gentlemen. Shout out to Prev, wasn't able to make it on tonight, but I will give him his shout out and his bank account play to kick us off here, and then we'll run around the horn and I'll finish us off. I think let's see. He had, I guess, 2 bank account plays of the week this week, 2 top 20 plays. Matt Kuchar and Mito Pereira. Let me quickly pull up a little odds here because those are probably pretty decent odds, at least for Mito Pereira plus 180,
Kuchar plus 200.
plus 200. So, again, our bank account plays are here to double. They're not here to make you rich quick. It's here to double. We got 2 bank account plays out of Pratt this week. Matt Kuchar, top 20. Mito Pereira, top 20. Couldn't tell you who Mito Pereira is, but I'm going to watch him now. We got a bank account play to keep an eye on. We'll see if we can ride the momentum of last week's kind of hot streak over at Torrey going for 3 for 3. So we'll keep an eye on that. And gentlemen, who do you guys got for bank account plays this week?
Go ahead,
do you know what the odds were for those 2 guys?
For what?
I'm just curious.
Pereira plus 180.
Yeah.
And Cooch plus 200.
Plus 200.
Right. All right. Well, I'm going in that the top 20 as well. Russell Knox, top 20. Should be around plus 200. I like that.
I got him plus 300 on here.
I'm also taking him to win.
Oh, sprinkle play.
Get him outright, but that's just a sprinkle. I can go through some sprinkle plays later. But I don't know. There's something about Russell Knox that I'm feeling good about him this week.
Got your attention this week. Sometimes it's all it takes. Just got to get your attention.
Yeah, I didn't dive into the numbers like I did last week and really sort things out. But I like Russell
Knox. Blast from the past.
I really like that pick. We haven't seen him in a while, right? Didn't we talk before this that he hasn't played in a few tournaments?
Yeah.
Oh man,
TJ?
So I think you guys convinced me before this, but I think Justin Rose top 10 for me. I like just because played really well last week. He had a nice round 4 there, and then I've been doing this a lot lately, where I pick like John Rahm, I pick like the top guy in the field.
Yeah.
I'm going Patrick Cantlay top 5. I gotta stay true to that.
Mm-hmm.
Like we talked about, this field is very, very, I'd say subpar to what I've seen in the past, especially where Jordan Spieth is like the second guy in line. I like Justin Rose top 5, or sorry, top 10.
Cantlay. So we got
Cantlay.
Cantlay top 5, Rose top 10, same odds as Prez, plus 180 on Cantlay and plus 200 on Rose. I got a couple. You know what? I'm going to be true to what I initially was going to do this week. Again, the odds probably not as great as they once were, but I'm going to go with Mav McNeely as for a top 20. That's my bank account play for sure. I think what do we got for odds on him now? Yeah, it's down to plus 120. That's kind of ridiculous for top 20 from him, but like we said, strength of field just isn't there to kind of hang around this week. But that's what I'm gonna roll with. If I'm gonna, like Paul said, a little sprinkle play, I'm gonna throw a little on Sahith. The odds are in his favor, and I just think that like this is a crapshoot if I've ever seen one. Like this is one that we talk about it a lot, right? Like motivation and like how much do these guys care? Like it's a pro-am, the celebrities are out there. Like if Patrick Cantlay shoots like 1 under or even the first day at Monterey Peninsula, like he's booking his flight for Saturday night. Like I don't think he's gonna waste his time. Like I think he's gonna go like either get ready for Waste Management or Riv, whatever one he's playing in next, and like I'm good playing with the celebrity guys that shoot 87 out here with us. Like, like that's an early eject button out of, some of these top guys, given the strength of field and things like that. Cause, they're not going to win a bunch of world ranking points or anything like that. I mean, they'll get their FedEx Cup stuff, but.
Yeah, the top guys are doing this as a cash grab or are sponsor obligated to play in this, like Jordan Spieth, AT&T.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, exactly. So it's one of those quick ejects if you come out at the gates a little bit slow. So something to keep an eye on, but I definitely think, it's not what it used to be. I mean, I think AT&T, I think Tiger highlights up the wazoo of him being like 7 back on the back 9 and going like eagle, birdie to like chase a guy down and like holding out with wedges and all these different things that come to mind when you think AT&T Pro-Am, and it's just like so far gone from that. It's a damn shame, but it is what it is. It's why we skipped into DFC, and it's why this episode is going to be a quick one this week, boys. But we got a busy stretch ahead. We got big, Waste Management next week, always a fun tournament, and then that followed up by Riv the week after is one of the best tournaments of the year. So busy week the next few weeks, and it's okay if we have a short one in between.
I do have a fun little play that I found here.
Oh, here we go.
It is all top 10 finish. Cantlay, Spieth, and Kisner, 24-1.
I mean, you're just hanging on the Kisner on that one.
They all have to finish in the top 10.
No, I think it's Spieth. That's a good. I really think it's a good debate, though. I don't think Spieth is doing well.
It's a little like top 10 parlay type of thing. So all three of them finished in the top 10, 24-1. Spieth, Cantlay, Kisner.
I just don't know if I touch Spieth.
Bank account.
You don't like Spieth? You don't like Spieth?
I don't like Spieth at all.
I think Spieth will like just play like shit one of the days, but he'll be far enough behind on Sunday where it won't matter, and then he'll go shoot 66.
Yeah, is this the type of tournament that Spieth somehow just like he just wins it and then has another PGA Tour win, and like we're all talking about Spieth again?
Probably. He's probably gonna play well at Spyglass in Monterey just because he doesn't see those courses as much. He'll struggle the first round at Pebble that he plays and then light it up on Sunday at Pebble.
Yeah. I bet you he's like in the mix come Saturday, struggles out Saturday at Pebble, falls back down to like 26, comfortable, and just goes and gets it on Sunday, backdoor top 10.
Yeah.
Bang. Book it.
Or he wins by like 25.
Yeah.
Either one.
Yeah, or he just wins by 11. Although does he still play with Jake Owen in this? Because I saw a tough fit on Twitter today by Jake Owen. Like, again, like TJ said, weather's a little chilly out there. My guy had on joggers, right? That's kind of the new vibe. A lot of ankle, like they're borderline capris. It wasn't just a little ankle. Like there's a full ankle part of a shin bone sticking out, but also had like winter top and winter hat on. So it's like, yo, cover your ankles if you're wearing some winter gear on top. He was playing both sides. And that can be a guy like Jordan, if he sees that in his peripherals, like, he's gonna be like, Mike, did you see those pants out there? Like, Mikey, what's going on with those? You know, like he's gonna be talking all about them. Something to keep an eye on this week. The celebrity outfits out there can be distracting. Like Bill Murray's wearing some stupid shit out there. Like,
I'm over him.
I am too. It's been a Bill Murray show for 20 years. Let's get one new guy and put him on the TV. One new guy.
Uline playing with Mia Hamm. How about that? Whoa. Daniel Berger's playing with Schoolboy Q.
Oh he was.
He was.
Well, it's true.
They should call me up to go play with Schoolboy Q.
Yeah, I'll go play.
Yeah.
I'll play with Schoolboy Q.
Imagine being Schoolboy Q. You're about to go play with like DB Straight Vibe and talk about his boat and all this sick stuff, and then you're gonna get put with like whoever his replacement is. That's like, you know, you have no idea who he is. Like, you're gonna have more followers out there than he is this week. Like,
yeah, like I don't even know some of these. Like, what is this? Who are some of these people?
I went through. If you go to like, you know, to win and go to the very bottom of that list, and you know whatever sports book you got, like, not pretty down there. Not pretty at all.
Well, I'm looking at the celebrities. I'm looking at some of the celebs. Why do they have odds on the celebs? That's what we should do.
That would be sick.
Who's actually going to win the Pro-Am?
Bank account play. You know? Larry Fitzgerald. Bank account play.
He's playing with Josh Allen first round.
Oh.
Cool.
Yeah, a little
Josh Allen
matchup there. Yeah. I'm still rattled by
Josh Allen probably won't be playing this next year.
Who?
Josh Allen.
Yeah.
Super Bowl. Watch that. Early prediction.
I don't know.
Before we head out of here, don't forget about Vincent Whaley.
Vincent. Is he
in this thing?
How about I hope our guy goes out and gets it this week. I want him to get to like a top 3 and just shoot up the FedEx Cup space.
I need Vincent to win so we can make a shirt and I will be happy. Literally,
I'm gonna go back to every gambling lab we have on YouTube and just put a 7-minute montage together of us being like, Vince.
Man, I love it.
Maybe he can be our first official bogey proof sponsor. Won't give him any money, but we'll give him t-shirts to wear on his off days.
He's got to be playing in the Traveler, so we got to follow him this year.
Oh, we'll find him. We'll find him.
We'll find him.
All right.
All righty, gentlemen. AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am. Be interesting to say the least. Looking forward to it.
That's all, folks.
Cheers.